So this video is about the path of understanding. As in the Bible says, above all seek understanding. Why? Because when you get understanding, when you get an insight, you immediately experience a sense of greater freedom. So the path of understanding is a path from insight to insight to insight to insight. That's what it is. So in the path of understanding, a very good tool is the following. It's extremely simple. When you are confronted with a situation that is challenging, you ask yourself, what is it that I am not understanding? If you want to put it in impersonal terms, you say, what is it that is not being understood here in this organism? And then you make silence and you try to connect with the wisdom of consciousness, the ultimate wisdom, until intuitively you get that piece that is missing, which is a thought, it's an idea. When that enters, you got an insight, and it gives you a sense of freedom and release. So if you are in this path, in the path of understanding, remember, seek understanding. Ask what is it that needs to be understood, or that if you put it personally, you say, what is it that I'm not understanding? I want to know. There are different levels of understanding. You can understand something simple like how to put together a gadget, for example, so that it works. That's very concrete. You can understand something pertaining to the world of nutrition that can be valuable to modify a habit and make your life more, make your life easier, healthier. It can be understanding at the level of personal psychology, how to create a persona that is healthier. Then understandings that have to do with the transpersonal. You could call it transpersonal psychology at the level of the soul. And above that, the level of Advaita, which deals with gaining insight into your true nature. Some people focus in this path so intensely into Advaita that they don't want to waste time with the lower levels of understanding. Be careful, because understanding is valuable at all levels. It depends on the situation. If you're suffering from a depression, let's say depression, that may not have to do with not knowing your true nature, may have to do with an imbalance in your diet. So you need to gain insight into what you are doing in your diet that is creating a problem. And coming out of that depression can be extremely valuable, of course. Or it may be related to something psychological, and then gaining insight into an issue that pertains to personal psychology is valuable, extremely valuable. Trying to solve all issues of life just by discovering your true nature and gaining contempt for everything else may not work. So be open to understanding at all levels. is the path of understanding. Let me give you another example. There is indication, and has been presented by different authors and researchers, the fact that in the astral world, the souls are specialized, that at some point in their evolution they are invited to participate in a specialty. And then they get together with other souls that have the same intent, and they get training in the astral in that particular specialty. If you have the interest in discovering what is the specialty of your specialty at the soul level, which is your vocation, you may ask the ChatGPT to list you all the specialties of the soul, and it will do it. I have done it, so it knows them. But after it gives you that list, ask for more. Ask the ChatGPT, search more and give me a longer list. Then read that list and try to intuitively feel what is the specialty of your soul. When you come here to a physical world, you don't come to create a vocation. You already have a vocation. And you want to discover your vocation in order to align your work and intention and service to humanity, align it with your specialty, not with another specialty. Your specialty, your vocation is already. This can impact immensely your level of happiness or unhappiness if you stay disconnected your whole incarnation. That's a painful situation. In these specialties of the soul, there is one that is intimately connected to the path of understanding, and that is what is called teacher souls. Teacher souls are interested in using communication to help others to learn and have insights into different aspects. We see teacher souls participating in this theater, in this planet, participating at all levels, from teaching first grade kids all the way to teaching people how to free themselves through Advaita, and everything in between. Is full of teacher souls here in the planet. And these souls value immensely understanding. And it's possibly the case that is, if you're watching this video, that you may belong to that specialty. You may or you may not. You have to find out. Have you been teaching in this lifetime? Have you been interested in teaching? There's no superior specialties and inferior specialties. All that is BS. There are specialties. All of them are extremely valuable for the physical and astral universe. But the teacher souls tend to be very interested in understanding, and they naturally gravitate towards Advaita because it is part of the path of understanding. So there is a possibility that you may be in that group. as a soul, not as true nature, not as consciousness. Consciousness is undifferentiated. The soul is not. Souls are very specialized, same as human beings. As human beings, we're all different. Our true nature is the same in everyone. It's undifferentiated consciousness. So if you're in this path, the path of understanding, and you have this vocation teaching, you may be interested in learning how to teach Advaita. And I created a course many years ago named Psychology of Consciousness, with emphasis in non-duality. And I leave you at the end of the description of this video a link to that course, and also my email so that you can contact me directly. If you are in the path of understanding and you have as a vocation teaching, you will likely benefit by taking that course. I hope also this helps you to do not cultivate contempt for lesser levels of understanding, lesser between quotes. There is not such thing. Understanding at every level is invaluable. And those who are really in the path of understanding, they value understanding at every level. Because it's very liberating. When you have an insight, it's liberating. And through many insights, eventually you become free. And again, the paradox is that it's not you that you become free, it's consciousness that becomes free in the manifestation called you. Have a good one.